Alright guys, how you doing? It's Rabea, hope you're all well. So I've got a pedal demo for you guys today. It's brought to you in association with the awesome people at Walrus Audio, who I've done quite a lot of demos for now in the last couple of years. They're awesome people, they make great pedals. This is no exception. Today we're looking at the Lillian. It's a true bypass, all analog, multi-stage phaser. First thing I want to say is I think the artwork is awesome. The thing with Walrus Audio is the artwork is always great. I don't know who does the art for their pedals, but every single one of their pedals has just some wicked artwork on it, and I think it sets them apart from a lot of brands. So that's cool. Visually, it's very nice. It has a smart momentary switch on it, so when it's turned off, if you press and hold, it will come on momentary, and when you take your foot off, it will turn off again, which is a nice feature that they've incorporated onto some of their more recent pedals, and I do like that. I think it's pretty useful if you just want to try the effect very briefly in a section of a song or something like that. So that's really cool. So looking at the pedal on the close-up cam, as you can see here, it's a very similar form factor to some of their other stomp boxes. We've got rate, width, feedback, and then DPV, which is like a mode select, which we'll go into in a second, and then you've got a stages toggle switch that moves between 4 and 6 stages. I've got a little bit of literature about DPV, which I figured I should read to you guys so that you know what we're dealing with. Essentially, it blends between dry for D, and then you've got phase shifted, which is P, and then vibrato, which is V. So basically what it allows you to do is move between having no effect all the way to the left, and then as you scroll, as you sort of turn the control up, it gets to equal parts dry and wet, which is in the middle, and then as you go all the way over, it kind of turns into 100% wet, which is like a pitch vibrato, which is really, really nice. So it's kind of like, it is a phaser, but it does other things too, which is something that I always like about Walrus. You can get quite a lot out of their pedals. You know, like for instance, the Fathom had like 4 different types of reverb on it, all controlled with one knob. And although this is, you know, described as a phaser, it can also do other effects because they've messed around with the parameters in a very easy to use kind of way. So I do like that. Another cool feature with the DPV knob is past noon. It gives us sort of phaser sounds that you probably couldn't get traditionally on a phaser pedal. And that's wicked because it's just extra juice from the effect which they've provided for us at the ease of twisting the knob. So that's really cool. The stages toggle switch moves between 4 and 6 stages, 4 being a kind of light and airy kind of phaser sound, and 6 being a more intense version of that. 4 moves between 2 filter notches, and 6 moves between 3. So it's kind of like more resonance, more intensity of the sound. You probably hear it when I mess around with it. And that's basically it. So I've hooked it up to the Rev Generator 120, going into the Universal Audio aux box, and then we're capturing it with the Apollo 8P by Universal Audio and tracking in Logic. I'm going to be using my new custom shop double Esquire special. So let's check out and see what it sounds like. Okay, so you're going to hear some reverb and delay provided by Auxbox. The reason is it's going to sound nice using a phaser effect with, you know, a bit of reverb and delay. I'll change the intensity depending on what I want to do. It's worth pointing out I'm going into the crunch channel on the Rev. Reason is I think that the phaser will be more obvious what it's doing on a channel with more harmonic content. In other words, gain. It's nice that you can hear how it's affecting the frequencies in there. On a clean, it's a good sound, but of course it's sort of more subtle, and we would have to turn the parameters way higher to really hear exactly what's going on. So that's what's going on there. All the controls are set to off, or the slowest rate, everything. We're on 4 stage. This is the sound of the guitar on bridge pickup. Neck. And middle. So I'm going to stay on middle, and let's try the effect. So this is everything off. First impressions, like every other Walrus audio pedal I demo, the sound quality is always immense. Their effects always sound great, and this is no exception, so that's great. So what I want to do is just mess around with the width control, because that's going to give us the intensity from very subtle to really obvious with the effect. So let's just roll that to about 9 o'clock and check it out. So as you can hear, the width really does change the intensity. What I'm going to do now is mess with the feedback so you can hear how that works. It's not resonance in the sense that it doesn't, it's different, but it's kind of similar in the sense that it's going to give you more intensity. So let me show you. So I was just messing around really quick, trying to get my bearings with the pedal, and you can really notice how much you can do with this pedal, from subtle effects to really deep and powerful effects. I really like that. Again, the way they lay out their pedals is really easy to use, so thumbs up for me. So next, let's just mess around with the DPV control, going from dry to equal parts to full wet. So I'm just going to I'm going to 12 it on the other controls. Set for rate, I'm going to put rate about 9 o'clock. Actually, we'll put it a bit faster. So when the DPV knob was all the way to the right, it's full 100% wet signal. You really do get some intense effects, and having the width control again really adds some intensity to the signal. With feedback, it's opening that sort of resonant curve. Well, at least that's what it sounds like. It's like heightening the notch of that sort of filter sweep, so you can really hear where it opens up as you turn it up. So now we're going to move from 4-stage to 6-stage. So you can quite clearly hear how it jumped in the amount of depth you had between 4 and 6 stage. This is the kind of pedal that you again, there's plenty of pedals like this where you mess around and you find something inspiring, you write a section, you write a part, you write a chord progression, a riff, whatever. So at this point, I'm just going to play around, try different controls, settings, and just play really and see what I can come up with, because it's an inspiring pedal. I like the effect. It's moody and I'm into that. So yeah, let's check it out. So there you go, there is a look at the Walrus Audio Lillian phaser. I'm impressed, mainly because it allowed me to just start coming up with cool sounds and riffs and song sections and that kind of thing. It's like an inspiration tool. I reviewed quite a few pedals like that on this channel. This is no exception, as it is the case with quite a lot of the Walrus Audio pedals. They're just easy to use. You can be playing and then quickly twist the parameters and get something that you like the sound of really fast and easily. So yeah, I'm into it. I'm into the way it's set up, I'm into the way it looks, the way it sounds is quality. So if you liked what you heard in this demo, you should check it out. You should go check one out. I'm hoping to catch up with these guys at the NAMM show, so I'm going to let them know that I enjoy the way this pedal sounds. I'll put links in the description box below so you can check out this pedal and other Walrus Audio gear. So I hope you enjoyed it. Please like, subscribe and share, and I will see you all very soon.